If you would join us, please. The Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We are returning from executive session pursuant to Rhode Island General Law 4246(5), Exception 2. There were no votes. Do I have a motion to seal the minutes of executive session?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
And so we are now back in open session. Call to order. Roll call. Dana Long? Here. Julia Held? Here. Kathy Kaiser's here. Julie Caulfield will be here, but is not here yet.
Here.
And DJ.
Here.
Public forum. Is there anybody who would like to speak? All right, workshop topic. The FY11 budget.
We have new business.
What, am I looking at the wrong agenda? Oh, January 28th.
2.0.
Oh, I'm sorry,
New
I have the
business.
wrong, I have the, not up to date. I'm sorry. New business, homeschooling request. Okay, sorry. Do we have, yes we do.
We have a recommendation from our homeschool coordinator that you accept the homeschool request that you have in front of you.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
I just want to ask the superintendent, are you comfortable with this recommendation from the people, Director of Student Services? With the
request, I mean, the application has fulfilled all of the requirements for homeschooling, and basically we have no reason to deny it.
I'm just asking if you're satisfied with all that. Okey doke.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now, workshop topic, the FY11 school budget.
Oh, it's a big one. You have a budget book, which Jane will walk you through, which basically has all of the background information that should answer just about any question you have about where these numbers came from, you know, how they were calculated, what they might mean. However, we thought instead of trying to explain the budget from the book, we would print out something that was a little bit more user-friendly, since you are seeing this for the first time this evening, and you know, we put it in the format that I think you'll find easy to follow along and ask questions as you go.
Excellent.
So this is like the USA Today version of this, right?
No, those are the actual line items in the budget.
Great. Thank you.
I'm just going to go through the goals and things, and then maybe Jane can explain to you what's here, so you'll have an idea of if something pops up that, oh, that'll be in this book, or should I ask that? All right, well, our goal when we began talking about our budget was to build a responsible budget that focuses on our mission. And I always like to remind us what that mission is before we start our deliberations about spending. The Jamestown School Department, in partnership with the community, provides a respectful environment that challenges each child to fulfill his or her potential and to develop the knowledge and skills necessary to become active and engaged 21st century learners and citizens. We also had the goal to continue to meet the needs of all of our students by maintaining, to the greatest extent possible, effective existing programs and services in the most cost-effective manner. We strove to maximize efficiencies, to provide resources needed to make progress in accomplishing the goals of the Jamestown School Department's Strategic Improvement Plan. And I believe that this budget accomplishes all of these goals. The process that we used, as we had for the last 2 years, is zero-based budgeting. And for those of you that may not know what that is, it means that you start from scratch and determine what your needs are for the students that are presently in our schools or that we know will be in our schools for the following school year, and basically starting from scratch to build a budget that's based on current needs, and not to just take a previous budget and either zero line item or add a certain percent to each of the lines. Any increases that you see here, backup information of why that line item has increased, you will find in your book. You'll also be explaining some of that as we go along. I would, before we begin, want to express appreciation to my administrative team members for their very meticulous analysis, scrutiny, and endless reviews of the budget, to the point that, did we have the last edit at 5 o'clock tonight? But it was truly a pleasant process for me, in that it was a pleasure to see my team work so in such a focused way and in such a collaborative way as well. But I have another reason to offer them from me, and I'm sure from you as well, our most sincere appreciation. The administrative team is putting the needs of the students and the schools ahead of their own needs, and volunteering to forego salary increases for the second year in a row.
Wow.
So there will be 0 increases for the administrative team again. I would like to say these people are most deserving of huge merit because they are so hardworking and so dedicated, and such a pleasure to work with. And I think that you'll appreciate their efforts as we go through the budget tonight.
I personally, or at least as 20% of the school committee, will take issue with that second point. I don't think that's a fair assessment. In fact, the 0%, the zero-based budgeting, but this is my third budget I've got to review now. It's an onerous task. It really is difficult. It's just not taking what you already had and just, the amount of work that you have done and that the administration has done needs to be addressed, and I will bring up that point. I disagree that there should be a 0% increase, though I appreciate that gesture. I'll see what I can do, at least from my side, to take care of that. But because I don't think it's fair at all. And I'll say, no, I don't. I know. But what happened is, as our past glorious president said, I got some political capital and I might want to spend it.
Okay.
So anyway,
well, we do believe that the programs that we have in place for the children are extremely important. And improving, and we have a little bit of wiggle room to do that. So, Jane, would you like to do the book review?
The first page is an index of what you'll find, parts 1 through 11. Part 1, we have some background material for you, just to show you what our timeline for an invitation to town council to participate. We've included the strategic plan for our strategic plan, and this budget has been driven by that plan. Your school committee goals and enrollments, and information in part 1. Part 2 is the budget that's before you, different format. Part 3 is the expenditures and the insight state reporting, and the notation that this section will be provided at a future budget meeting. I was unable to get those numbers together. Staffing. The staffing section is very important. It shows you the cost of our staff, as well as some of the grants and entitlements that we use towards the salaries of some staff members. And this is a breakdown of